Everyone experiences a moment in their life that somehow changes them. For me, my life was changed in April of 2004. It was then that I was diagnosed with a form of rheumatoid arthritis, and I was told I could not do sports anymore. Up until then, my life had consisted of nothing but sports. I didn't know life without them. I was involved in traveling basketball and softball and soccer at that time. It was devastating news to me, and I did not know how I was going to continue. Although it was devastating for me at the time, it has definitely made me into the person that I am today. The first aspect of my life that changed was my relationship with my family. I grew a lot closer to them through all the car rides across the state to my doctor's appointments. It's very hard not to grow close to somebody when you're stuck in the car for them for hours at a time. I also had a lot more time to spend with them on the weekends because all my friends were out of town for basketball and softball tournaments. I also was able to start going back to family dinners at my grandparents' house on Sunday nights because we were in town. My family was always by my side when I was sick, and they supported me even when my friends did not. I would not have been able to make it through everything without the support of my family, and my bond with them grew stronger because of that. Another aspect of my life that changed was my work ethic. I became a better worker, and I had to work a lot harder. At school, I had always gotten good grades without having to work very hard, but as my disease progressed and I became sicker, I missed a lot more school. Because of that, I had to do a lot more outside of class work to keep up with my classmates in order to achieve the high standards I still set for myself. The best example of this would be my senior year. I had to go to the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota, and my appointment was the first week of class. They told me to expect to be gone at least a week, possibly more. So in order to make sure I stayed caught up, I spent the last week of my summer and went up to the school every day for hours in order to get caught up in all my work before I even left. I also had to work harder at everyday tasks, such as buttoning my shirt, getting out of bed. There are some days I even had to crawl up the stairs. It was hard for me to admit that I needed help because I had always been very stubborn, and to me, at first, it seemed like a weakness. But now I know that even though I had to ask for help from my parents, it's not a weakness. It's actually a strength that I gained throughout everything. The last aspect of my life and the most important thing that changed because of my arthritis is my faith. I grew stronger in my relationship with God. We had always gone to church, but we missed a lot on Sundays because we were always gone for sports. So I started going back to church, and then I attended youth group more and more. Through youth group, I was able to attend a national youth gathering in New Orleans in 2008, and that helped me start growing my relationship. I also started going to my best friend's youth group soon after that, and I really started growing there. Throughout college, I attended a Bible study every week and also a campus ministry, and then I attended church every weekend up there, and that I'm now growing more in my relationship with God than I ever have before. But most importantly, I don't blame God for anything that I've gone through, but I actually thank Him because I know it could be a lot worse. And He has opened my eyes to show me that everything really does happen for a reason. Although I believed my life was ending at the time I was diagnosed, I now realize that it was only truly beginning. Dealing with and overcoming my arthritis has made me into the person that I am today.
I lost it again.